empire. I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right. You can put a price on the warriors I have in mind, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win you.
The sergeant doesn't seem in. A young woman shifts her weight between her feet as though swaying her hips to an imaginary beat. She rubs her forehead, her face tight with concern. Her eyes roll up to meet yours, their great black pupils, greater and blacker than seem natural, expanding further as they take you in.
Hey, it's you! Well, 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 we meet again. They told me you'd mosey your way down here eventually. Malady, the Seekers. They said you and I had something in common. That we're... well, we're... Is it true? You're like me? Well, kind of. You know about my, situation, right? Right. Well, I'm a host. Always have been, probably always will be. I'm never alone in my head. Spirits visit, wanderers, sprites, demons, ghouls, disembodied mystics. You name it, I've chatted with it behind my own two eyes. I'm only hosting one right now, though, and it's a real piece of work. Malady said I should have met one of the gods when I had my vision in the Hall of Echoes, but I didn't. I met it. I know. It's really... special. I don't know what this thing is, but I'm gonna get it the hell out of my head and make it sorry it ever came knocking. What's your deal? I'm impressed, Chief. Sounds like no small feat. You know, I never was much of a solo artist. Want to find out what comes next, you know, together? Sure, whatever suits you. Probably anyway.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees...
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
We're a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now. I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. No, they had us stand below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up to something in here. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I had chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood. All right then, just don't make me regret it. I'll keep an eye on the Red until the cage is locked again. Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters. Hope you find something useful.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
Mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything
A
else?
young magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow.
Hope you find something useful.
She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot, so stow your questions. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. There's a shift in the magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then,
I'm a good magister, loyal, but Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know.
the magister leans in and whispers urgently.
If you ever find yourself face to face with magisters, you tell them I was tortured. I didn't betray the cause, not until I was near death.
You spoke, didn't you? Ha!
I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung. You spoke, didn't you? Ha!
I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung. You spoke, didn't you? Ha!
I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Get away from him, sorcerer. That...
A young woman shifts her eyes.
Hey, it's Malady. Is it true? Well, right. You name. I'm only Malady. I know. I don't know. What's your... I'm in... You know. Hey, wait a sec. Till then.
Vessel,
A young woman, her eyes...
Hey, it's you! Malady, is it true? Well, kind of. You know about my, Right. You name... I'm only Malady. I met... it. I know. I don't know, what's your deal? I'm impressed. You know, I never was. Hey, wait a sec. Till then.
A young woman shifts her...
Hey, Malady, is it true? You're like me? Well, kind of. You know about my, situation. Right. You name... I'm only Malady. I met... it. I know. I don't know, what's your deal? I'm impressed. You know, I never was much of a solo artist. Want to find out? Sure. Anyway.
The Seeker flexes... She nods her thanks, and immediately...
Or a big bloody...
The Seeker...
Hardly. Oh, no. Maybe it was just good luck getting it. All right, then. I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
A young Magister...
Magister Ranley. Corker's mate of the Divine. Magister Ranley. Corker's mate of...
The Magister falls silent. There's a...
I'm a good... She had this...
The Magister leans in and...
If you ever find yourself... Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the Divine. All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. The gem sits heavily in your pouch. His face contorts with agony and his eyes flutter, yet he doesn't return to consciousness. No matter how loud you shout your questions, you get no response from the unconscious Alexander. Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. Bruises swell beneath his eye. The bishop's white robe...
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
Bishop Alexander lies supine... Bishop Alexander lies supine. The bishop's white robes are stained with blood and bruises. Someone has wiped... Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire. Someone has wiped the bishop's white... The door remains unmarked. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and... waits. A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish is gone. It gives you the sternest of looks.
I am summoned. Speak the password. You've summoned me with the gem, indeed. Now, yes, and yes again. The word is spoken.
For security reasons, please keep this door closed. for security reasons.